Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Backyard Cricket England podcast. We've got a very special edition of the podcast today. The reason it's very special is because we've got a very special announcement, and to give us that very special announcement, we've got some very special guests. It's my pleasure to introduce Tim, Richard, and Will. Guys, do you want to tell us? I'll start with you, Tim. Do you want to tell us who you are and why you're here?
Jo, moin, wir sind Optimist Cricket Club hier in Luxembourg und wir sind der nächste Stopp von Backyard Cricket.
Richard, Will, you want to translate that for us?
Yeah, that was Luxembourgish, local dialect, and he was just saying, "Welcome, welcome to the Optimist Cricket Club, and we're looking forward to being the next stop for backyard cricket."
Yep, that is the special announcement, guys. We are going on a tour. Backyard Cricket England are heading to Luxembourg for a bilateral backyard series. It will be Luxembourg's first ever backyard cricket series, and we're delighted to welcome them into the backyard cricketing family. So, guys, I'll start with you, Richard. Do you want to tell us who you guys are? Do you guys want to introduce yourselves and let us know who we're going to and what you guys are about?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are the Optimist Cricket Club. So we're the kind of the first and the oldest club in Luxembourg. We were founded 49 years ago. So next year, celebrating our 50th. So planning's already underway for that. We welcome a mix of different nationalities. So obviously, on the whole, you've got three Brits sat here. But whether it's Aussie, New Zealand, Indian, Afghanistani, Pakistani, even some Luxembourgers occasionally. We have a real mix of different nationalities all over the world that arrive in Luxembourg, probably normally thinking there's going to be no cricket here, and quite pleasantly surprised when they find us. So we've got around 150 members. We're very lucky. We've got a fantastic ground here in Walferdange, just north of the city in Luxembourg, where we host our games and where we're looking forward to hosting you guys in a couple of weeks. So yeah, that's a mini introduction to the Optimist Cricket Club here in Luxembourg.
Yep, and we are very excited to come and be a part of that and see what you guys are all about. Obviously, Will, you and Richard have been our sort of main liaisons with this tour. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourselves? What's your role in the Optimist Club?
Oh, cheers. I've been here sort of nearly all my life in Luxembourg, and I've grown up only really knowing this club. I've progressed through the ranks. I became captain. I've also been chairman. And now I do what is actually one of my real passions, which is taking care of the ground. Me and my team have been preparing a grass wicket for you. It's the first time we'll be playing on a grass wicket here in Luxembourg, so we're really excited to see what that's going to do. It's probably going to be rubbish, but I understand that's good. It makes for spicy backyard cricket, doesn't it?
Exactly, yeah, we're really excited. I'm sure it'll be fantastic. Richard, do you want to tell us a little bit about how the ground is going to look? What have you guys done there to accommodate it for backyard cricket?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're actually lucky 2 years ago where we got a new pavilion. So the pavilion that we're currently sat in now is pretty much brand new. We've got a very nice terrace out the front of the pavilion, which is just behind us at the moment. So we're hoping that's kind of where you're going to position your cameras. As Will just said, he's been preparing a grass track, 20, 30 meters in front of the pavilion, where we'll have some netting around various parts of it, but then various different billboards, things like that, different sponsorship, advertisements to try and enclose the ground. And it'll be around 10 meters probably either side, the boundaries. So looking forward to incorporating all the different rules and quirkiness that the backyard cricket brings into the little space that we've created for you guys.
Yeah, so it really will be a genuine backyard series within a cricket club venue. So Tim, obviously yourself as well, mate, maybe in English this time. Do you want to just tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Tim. Despite speaking Luxembourgish, I am originally English. Like Will, I was actually born in Luxembourg. Spent most of my life in Luxembourg, apart from 4 years at university in the UK. I've been also club captain. I'm now on the committee and just usually part of most events that are going on. And I think my role for you guys coming over is just making sure that the fridge is stocked up with isotonic drinks.
Is that what we're going to be calling them?
So very, very important job.
It's the most important job, I think we can say. So yeah, tell us a little bit about that then, because that'd be interesting to discuss. What kind of culture are we coming into there? What is the sort of Luxembourg cricketing culture?
It's a very good question. It's changed over the 20 years I've been in Luxembourg, from, probably 20 years ago, nearly scratching around to try and find 11 guys to play, to now, I said, just part of our club, we're probably 150 members. There's a real mix of some very competitive, higher standard cricket that gets played, to obviously the much more social cricket, and also those that have never tried cricket. There's a lot of people that come to the club, they've heard about this funny English sport, kind of seen perhaps a game as they've driven past or walked past, and so we're here to try and introduce that to them. So the culture of the club is one of, obviously very friendly, welcoming cricket. We've got fantastic facilities here where we can host different people. Curry is a big food on the menu most of the time. So we have a lot of Indians that are here. So yeah, it's competitive, but it's all played in the right way under the spirit of cricket. Very friendly, very social, and I'm sure you guys will have a great time when you come over.
I'm sure we will as well. And as I said, we're really, really looking forward to it. But from you guys' perspective, Will, do you want to give us a bit of an idea of what you think this tour might do for the local cricket community in Luxembourg? A new style of cricket, international team coming over. What do you think this could bring for you guys?
Yeah, no, there's certainly been quite some questions from the players that come and play down, sort of seen me mowing this grass wicket somewhere on the edge of the boundary and going, what are you doing? And I sort of told them about this weekend, and they've gone, oh yeah, okay, I've seen that. I think I've seen some of that on YouTube, and I said, well, come on down, come and have a look, and make yourself available and have a go. It'll be really interesting because we've just never done anything even very vaguely close to this before, and see how it gets received by our members. You never know, if we really love it, we might even start doing it more internally or something like that. You know what I mean? We could, if the grass wicket's there, we could just do it in the summer. You could potentially even do corporate events or something like that. There's lots of things that could sort of flow out of this weekend. So we're very curious to see how it goes.
Yeah, and hopefully that would be the case. That's what obviously we'd love to see, because there are talks in the works for European Championships, World Cups in backyard cricket, which would be a huge opportunity to get Luxembourg involved in something like that. Obviously, in terms of our series, we've kind of mixed up the formats a little bit. So we've got a test match, we're going to have a 50-over game and 3 2020s. Do you guys know what you think your preference will be? Can you give us an idea of what you think you might be best suited to?
Absolutely no idea, to be honest. I think it's great that we've got so many formats, because, as Will just said, there's so many people that have been kind of talking about it, asking questions about it. So this gives us an opportunity to give as many people, or many of our members, a go as possible. So I think, it'll be interesting to see how some of our more T20 orientated players with a hard ball might play, softball test match cricket, and vice versa. So it's going to be fantastic. It'll be very interesting to see how people approach it and how we play it. I think a lot of it will be watching you guys for the first game or two to see what you do, and your kind of any particular tactics you have might be copied pretty quickly. But yeah, it's going to be really exciting.
See, if you're copying our tactics, you're making the assumption that we're any good. So I think you might be in for a shock on that.
You've played it more than we have. So yeah.
And how about you, Tim? What do you think this tour could mean for your team on a personal? We've obviously heard about the bigger picture, but on a sort of personal level for the Optimist club, what do you think this tour might bring?
I think it'll bring a lot. I mean, we hear a lot about, new different formats of the game, and people just being interested in all these different formats. I mean, even, in what we hear coming from out of the ICC, even they're interested in getting other types of cricket going, like tape ball cricket and all this type of stuff. So just getting more and more people interested in the game can only be a good thing. I mean, what's really interesting about us playing a test as well is that on the committee for a few years now, we've been talking about we need to try to find some time in the calendar to do a proper 2-day game. So, and that is just a completely different mentality from the sort of the T10, the T20 that's going on. And just to point out, yesterday, our first team won the T20 league to complete the T10 and T20 double for the season, for the second season in a row. So we're sort of quite good in that format. So I think we'll hopefully be able to hold our own in those shorter formats. But it's more the 50 over and the test version that we'll have to definitely get a new mindset going, I think.
So is that taken to say there's maybe not a lot of patient cricketers in Luxembourg? Is that perhaps
You're probably
fair?
seeing it three of them now, but that's it, I would suggest. So yeah, we can bore people like the best of them. But yeah, most of our colleagues are more a bit of a crash bang wallop type mentality.
Well, we like a bit of crash bang wallop cricket and a curry and a beer. It sounds fantastic to me. Obviously, I know, Tim, you mentioned earlier on that you're not actually going to be around when we're there on the weekend. But for Will and Richard, are you guys likely to take part on the field at all? Are we likely to see you guys in action?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
In action. I mean, hopefully for more than one ball. I've seen how much that tape ball swings.
Yeah. So what are you guys' skills then? Do you want to tell us about you two's cricketing backgrounds and what we can expect from you guys?
Oh God, no! I'm traditionally a batsman. A very boring batsman who has played longer format.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's really gonna work here. It's and wow, off a short wicket as well. This is only 15 yards, isn't it? So it's going to be real survival cricket is all I can think of.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to say I'm a batsman now, but whether I look like one, in front of a tape ball swinging everywhere, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's. But I think. Again, I think, from the members we have, the different ways they cricket, a lot of our members actually do have experience of playing tape ball cricket. So as I said earlier, a lot of our members actually are from India. So when they were at home in India, a lot of their cricket experience has actually come from tape ball. And they come to Luxembourg, of course, immediately play hardball cricket and find that a bit of a shock to the system. So they might be quite happy to get their own back on us as they watch us try tape ball for the first time.
Flounder.
So yeah, it'll be great.
Well, the question would be then, how have you guys been preparing for it? Have you been able to do any training to kind of practice it or anything like that?
We had a few beers and spoken about it, and that's probably about as far as we've got.
Had a curry.
Yeah, had a curry. So we've got the curry and the beer drinking down pat. But
well, yeah, that's the main thing we need ironed out when we get there. So
exactly, yes.
It sounds like you've got your priorities right.
One of the common things that's often said around here is that amongst many of our members, we've watched cricket to the highest standard possible.
yeah, it's about the same for us, I think. We talk about a game than we play.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you got any advice for us on Luxembourg, the nation, while we're there? Obviously, we're not going to be there for too long. It'll be under a week. But have you got any sort of advice for the local area, things we could go and do? Anything? Is there any appeal for any British people or anyone coming from anywhere that you'd really recommend coming to see?
Luxembourg's really picturesque. It's a really cute little European city. Easy to get around. Public transport is free. All of public transport is free in Luxembourg, so that's really easy just to get around. Trains, bus, tram, you name it. The city centre is nice place to be. It's very cosmopolitan, so you'll find fantastic restaurants of all types in Luxembourg. And so just spending time in the capital would be good, but it depends how much time and transport you've got to go into the countryside, because that's one of the beautiful things about Luxembourg is that 1 minute you can be in the middle of the city and 15 minutes later you can be in the middle of the countryside, which is a real bonus about this place, and it's got very pretty countryside.
I mean, one of the nicest things to do, especially in summer, is down on the German border, because Luxembourg borders Germany to the east, France to the south, and Belgium to the west. On the German border, it's actually the River Moselle, which is where there's a lot of vineyards and winemaking. And so you can go down to the border there and do a lot of wine tasting tours and stuff like that. It really is a highlight. And for you guys coming in a couple of weeks' time, you're incredibly lucky from the city point of view, because every year there's one of the largest traveling fairs that goes around Europe, and it's called the Schuberfeuer, which has been going on for over 600 years. And basically an entire massive car park is taken up by different rides and games and bars and food stands. It's massive.
That's going to be great. I forgot about that. You will be over here for that. That's a good night out.
Oh, that's terrific. We weren't aware of that. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, we'll take you up there. And of course, you guys also want to go to football as well, don't you? Luxembourg versus
Yes, we
Slovenia, I
spoke
think.
about, in the time that we were out there, Luxembourg have a World Cup qualifier on. So a few of our boys are quite keen to get down for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, Luxembourg's small, but I think as we just demonstrated, there's always things happening. There's always things going on. So, I think, whether it's you guys coming over or any other, UK cricket clubs that want to come over and tour Luxembourg, it's a lovely place to come. There's always things to do. And like I say, I'm sure everyone will have a good time.
Yeah, and just to be clear on that, because I know you guys are really keen to have touring teams over. So is there a message you'd give to any club sides from England or anywhere else watching this to kind of invite them over? Is there anything you'd want to say to teams that might be watching?
They can just look at our website.
Yeah.
It's optimist.cc. So a strange website, but it's got all our details there on how to contact us. It shows our fixture schedule and everything, but you need to get in touch with us during the winter because our schedule does fill up.
Excellent. Well, like I say, that's about all we've got time for here. It has been a real pleasure to have you guys with us. Is there any final message you'd like to give to our team before we come over? Anything? I'll let you guys each have a go if you like. Is there any last message you want to give to Backyard England boys?
Bring your cricket bats and your drinking boots. That's what I would say.
I'll think of anything today. You just said it all.
I think that summed it up pretty well, didn't it?
You stumped us there.
Sorry. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, Richard, Tim, and Will, it has been a pleasure. Thank you for coming on the podcast. We're really, really excited to come and see you, and we hope you guys are too. Anybody at home who's watching this on the Backwards podcast, you'll have just seen a shortened version of this chat, but in a couple of days' time, the full video will be uploaded, so make sure you keep an eye out for that full conversation we've just had there. And in the meantime, we'll see you all next time on Backyard Cricket England.